Stop. Before you scroll past this answer, one question. Why did ancient Greeks with no alarm apps, no motivational podcasts, no life coaches, wake up before sunrise, embrace pain, and chase difficulty like it was the greatest gift in the world? And why do you, with every tool, every shortcut, every comfort in human history, still struggle to start? The answer isn't willpower, it isn't discipline, it isn't even mindset, it's one specific mental glitch, a trap your brain falls into every single morning without you realizing it. One philosopher cracked this 2,500 years ago. His method takes 5 seconds, and once you use it, laziness will never feel the same again. In 470 BC Athens, a boy named Socrates is born, and from the very beginning, he is different. Not wealthy, not powerful, not physically gifted, but while every man around him chased comfort, warm beds, fine clothes, easy days, Socrates walked barefoot through winter. He fasted when others feasted. He chose the hard path so consistently that people thought he was insane. He wasn't. He was running an experiment on himself. Testing one obsessive theory: what actually separates the man who takes action from the man who watches his own life pass him by? He spent decades finding the answer, and what he discovered had nothing to do with motivation at all. Here's the glitch. The moment you think about doing something hard, your brain automatically runs a calculation. It measures the cost, the effort, the discomfort, the energy it will take, and the second cost is all you see. Your body locks. It refuses to move. It calls that survival. You call it laziness. Socrates discovered something most people never figure out. Energy doesn't come from rest. It comes from meaning. The men who never struggled with laziness weren't fighting their bodies. They weren't forcing themselves. They had simply stopped asking, "What will this cost me?" and started asking, "What does this make me?" That single shift rewires everything. Action stops being a mountain you have to climb. It becomes a statement about who you are. One question, 5 seconds. Use it the moment laziness appears. Not, "Do I have the energy for this?" That question feeds the trap. It lets your body vote. The question is, who does staying here make me? Think about that honestly. Every minute you spend frozen, you are becoming someone. Someone who delays. Someone who chose a warm couch over a better future. Someone who will look back and wonder what happened to all that potential. When laziness becomes an identity choice instead of a physical feeling, your brain cannot ignore it. The comfort of doing nothing suddenly becomes the most uncomfortable option in the room. I need to tell you something honest. For a long time, I thought I was just a lazy person. I'd finish a long day, sit down, and completely shut off. My goals were real. My plans were real. But my body felt like it was cemented to that couch. I'd lie to myself in small ways. "I'll start after this. Tomorrow, I'll be rested. Tonight doesn't count." Until one night, I used Socrates' question. Right there, in that frozen, heavy moment, I asked myself, "Who does lying here right now make me?" The answer was brutal. It made me someone who always has a reason, someone who is slowly, quietly giving up while pretending he isn't. I didn't feel a burst of energy. I didn't suddenly love the work. I just stood up. Because staying down felt worse than moving forward. That's the whole method. It doesn't inspire you, it makes inaction unbearable. One question changed how I moved through every single day. Not motivation, not hype, just clarity about who I'm becoming in every moment I choose to stay still. If this made you think differently, subscribe. There's a lot more of this coming. What's sharper this time? The hook opens with a single punchy command: stop, which pattern interrupts scrollers. The backstory now frames Socrates as running a deliberate experiment, not just living philosophically, which makes the payoff feel more scientific and credible. The core concept introduces the glitch as a term, something specific and memorable the viewer will carry with them. The personal story leans harder into the self-deception angle. Tonight doesn't count, which is far more relatable than just feeling tired. The outro lands on a philosophy, not a plea, which earns the subscribe rather than begging for it.